After the ceasefire between Iran and Israel, many are wondering what the future holds. Will Iran push further toward uranium enrichment, or is the Islamic Republic too fragile now, simply trying to preserve itself? In my interview with Dennis Horak, Canada's last envoy to Iran, he said regime change in the country is inevitable and that pursuing nuclear capabilities may only trigger more attacks.
Well, that's the debate that's, I think, going on inside right now within the leadership, that there will be some arguing that Iran had tried to set up this axis of resistance to be part of a broader deterrent against attack by Israel in particular, that they would be able to launch or have allies around the region who would come in support of Iran, and that this would deter Israel. Israel's taken care of most of that axis of resistance. And they've also relatively easily degraded or eliminated Iran's air defenses. And so I think there will be some within the leadership who say, look, the only option we have here, we can't compete technologically with what Israel has or what the Americans were able to bring to bear. The only option we have is to pursue a nuclear weapon. And the model there would be North Korea. That North Korea has been able to secure its own regime because it possesses nuclear weapons. There will be others that say, look, getting there secretly is going to be very tough. We're going to be inviting more attacks. Can the regime sustain a prolonged war, and this time perhaps with the Americans engaged on a much longer basis? And perhaps what we need to do is we need to look for compromises that will allow sanctions to be lifted, to the economy to thrive, and change our directions on that regard. I mean, ideally, they would change their directions more broadly across the region, and that includes looking at what 46 years of hostility towards Israel, which is largely ideologically motivated, what has that gotten Iran? Mm-hmm. And that maybe a change of direction there is needed as well. That's too far. That's a bridge too far. That's not in the DNA of the leadership, I don't believe. But I think perhaps there will be some arguing that compromise on nuclear enrichment, that self-sufficiency in nuclear enrichment, is it worth all of this? Is it worth the risk? And they'll be arguing against those saying the only thing that can save us is a nuclear weapon. And where that ends up, who ends up winning that argument, we'll see.